Lawrence Shankland might still be a Hearts player, but it wasn't due to lack of effort from other teams, as apparently Rangers had a bid turned down in the last few remaining days of the transfer window. Welcome back, guys. Son of Scotland TV. Lawrence Shankland, still a Hearts player right now. Not that he is doing much good for us. He has not been good in a long time, but I can't really fault Lawrence Shankland because collectively, as a unit, as a team, we've been abysmal. But Lawrence Shankland, according to HITC.com, could have left. He could have been on his way to Rangers. Rangers, along with multiple other teams, including Hull City and Preston, came in for bids for Lawrence Shankland in the last few remaining days of the transfer window. However, Hearts turned these bids down as they fell short of the club's expectations over the striker. Turns out Hearts reportedly wanted over £3 million for Lawrence Shankland, and in the end, nobody was willing to pay that. Now, I understand Shankland is 29 years old. He's got, what 1 year left on his contract. You can sign him for free in January. Is that a lot of money? When you look at it like that, yes, possibly. Would it have helped if he was in better form? Absolutely. I truly believe that. If you look at Lawrence Shankland last year, I think if he started the season the same way he finished it, I believe that if he was scoring goals and Hearts were playing well, then I think this deal might have been made. I think somebody would have maybe took the gamble and went, you know what, we'll pay you the $3 million plus whatever it is you want. But I think with Hearts being right down the bottom of the table, losing in Europe, getting knocked out the cup, Shankland barely scoring a goal. I think he's got one goal. Or maybe not even one goal. He might not even have one goal, to be honest, since the friendly game. So am I surprised that no club has come in? Not really. When you look at current form, it just seems like it's too much of a gamble to pay that kind of money. I think that if, like I said, if he was in form scoring goals, then someone would have took a risk. Someone would have took a chance, but no, not the way he's playing right now, unfortunately. It's hard to sell a player with less than a year left on his contract. It's hard to get that £3 million plus for him when he is playing so poor. But HITC says it understands that Rangers were one of a number of teams that refused to meet Hearts' asking price up until the final day of the transfer window. They can reveal that Rangers were still in talks up until the last day as they were assessing what deal needed to be done in order to bring Lawrence Shankland to Ibrox. However, in the end, Rangers were working with transfer limitations, and it was essentially the asking price that put them off. So, yeah, I mean, how much money would Hearts have wanted? At least $3 million is the reported figure, but they want it excess of $3 million, so they want a bit more than $3 million, possibly like with add-ons, additional fees, future fees, maybe something like that. And I mean, in the end, I think it was just too off-putting. And it's the form as well. Like I said, the form that Lawrence Shankland's in right now, it would be hard. You know, when you're going to sell a player, it works best to sell him when he's at the top of his game. If you sell someone in form, you're going to get more money for them than if you sell them out of form. And right now, Lawrence Shankland is out of form. He's bang out of form, and that's also not helping Hearts. I'm sure that if Lawrence Shankland was in form, even though Hearts have been shit, Shankland's the kind of player that will win you games on his own. And right now, he's not been playing well. So there's no one to really pull Hearts out of a bad situation. Because last year, there was a few times where Hearts weren't good. And the only reason we won games was because of Lawrence Shankland. But this year, you know, Lawrence Shankland's not there to save us. He's not there to pull us out of the shitter and, fire us to success. So, yeah, worrying times for Hearts. As for Rangers, I think they made the correct decision. As much as I rate Shankland as a striker, I do think this was the correct call for Rangers, because when you just look at it, okay, they're not going to win the league, okay? Rangers are a poor team. They're a long way away from winning the league. Now, yes, they would do better with Shankland. They'd have a better chance of getting closer to Celtic. They'd have a better chance in Europe. They'd have a better chance of winning a cup. I get that. But what it boils down to is the league. And I personally just don't think Lawrence Shankland would be the difference maker between Rangers winning the league and not winning the league. I think whether they sign Shankland or don't sign Shankland, they're going to finish behind Celtic anyway. So when you look at it, Rangers are probably thinking, why spend like 3 million, 3.2, 3.5, whatever, and sign Lawrence Shankland when there's a good possibility that we could agree to sign him in January on a free. So, yeah, look, I think Rangers could still get Shankland for next season. By the time next season starts, he'll only be turning 30. So, he's still got a lot of good years ahead of him. I just don't think it was really necessary. If Rangers were better, if they were in like a 50-50 fight or a close fight with Celtic for the league, 100% I would say, look, you have to go and get him. 3 million, doesn't matter. He could be the guy that wins you the title. But I just think this current Rangers team's far too behind Celtic here, that Lawrence Shankland is going to make that difference. I don't think he's the guy that's going to bridge that gap single-handedly. So, yeah, I actually think Rangers made the correct call despite backlash for their fans. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with Hearts. Should we have took less money? I mean, maybe. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to have a good season. Kind of looks like now that we would have been better off just getting a little bit of cash. I mean, originally I wanted to keep Shankland. I wanted him to stay, and I would have happily took the loss in the finances just to have him at the club one more season and to see what he could help us do in Europe and see if he could maybe win us a cup and see how close we could get to the Old Firm with him and our team. But the way things are going right now, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to make a single difference. And looking at it with hindsight, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe we should have took the money. Maybe we should have cut the asking price. Maybe ask for $2 million and get £2 million in our back pockets, than lose them for free, which is what's going to happen at the end of the season. And it could be a season where, while we're already at the League Cup, I don't think we're going to do well in Europe. The Scottish Cup, is our last real hope. And I mean, the way we're playing at the moment, it could be a season where we finish bottom six. We know European football, and was that really worth keeping Lawrence Shankland in? If that's the case, probably not. So anyway, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts down below. But yeah, Rangers, Hull City and Preston, all clubs that were keen on Shankland up until the last couple of days. Rangers actually having a bid turned down. No report how much Rangers actually bidded, but I'm going to assume it was probably nowhere near the 3 million that Hearts wanted. I mean, was it even 2 million? Probably unlikely. I think the bid for Rangers would have maybe been about 1.5, maybe halfway, and Hearts have said no to it. So, as what it is, we'll see if Lawrence Shankland hopefully can kick on now and fire Hearts back into some sort of form, because it is dire right now. It really, really is dire. Anyway, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, though, you're on Scotland TV. Peace.